Hello everyone, welcome to the another episode of the Codersarts. So in this series of episode, we write program or basically the Python hands-on using the variables and the data type. So basically the hands-on on variables and data type in the Python. Okay. So in last previous in previous video we have already talked about, or we have already seen how to create variables in Python. So this was very basic variables, and based on that we have to create one variables and then assign some value. So that was the very basic one. Okay. So in this video we are going to create, or we are going to write a program for testing all the different type of data type, right? So basically we will create some number data types, and then string data types. I think we have already seen or learned in first video how to create a string data type, but still that will be same, but still there are some other variation we will try to explore in this one. And the third one is a boolean. So how these things are created, what are the different data types, and how we can create and assign some value to the some variables. Okay, so we are going to learn about this. Okay, so let's start the coding part. So start any ideal like any Python editor or IDE you have. I'm just using the Python default one. Okay, and then I'm creating the file. So this IDE is already created. Okay, so if you have already installed Python. Okay, so in this case what we are going to do, let's define basic data types. Okay, and the first data type I'm going to define, it is called integers. Okay, integers. Okay, so integers. So let's save this file first. So I'm going to save it, basic data, I think basic, you can write like data types. Okay, let's save it. Okay, now we are going to create integer data type. Okay, so the idea is same. You already know how to create variables. If you want to create variables first, so assign any name, so that follow the naming convention. So it should not be a start with any number. So let's give any number like number. I'm going to give the number, variable name is number, and then with the help of equal to sign we can assign some value. Okay, so any constant value. Okay, so any number 1 2 3 4 5, so any integers value we can assign. So left side is variables name, equal to is assignment operators, and the 7 is number. So any number you can assign. So left hand side is a variables name, equal to, and right hand side you can assign any value, any numerical value. Okay, so in this case I'm assigning integers. Okay, and then just print it. So printing is a simple, just call the variables name, just this variable name we have to call inside here. Okay, so run it and see what is an output. Okay, so our output, okay, so let's make it, I think side by side, so that you can see the code and output also. Okay, so let's do a little bit longer or larger size. Okay, okay, fine. So we are done now. Okay, so we have created the integer data type. Okay, so the another data type in numbers, it might be, it called as a whole number also. Integers is also called whole numbers. Whole numbers means there is no any decimal value. And the second one we can create is, and the second one we can create, as a float data type. Okay, float data type, or we can say in mathematics decimal data, decimal number, not data. Okay, so this is called whole number and this is called decimal number. So decimal number means any float value it should have. Okay, so let's define any name. Let's I'm defining, so anything that could be float. So what could be float, like so even talking about the height, it's, so if a height, so height might be numeric and float value, right? So that's why I'm taking these variables. So similarly in real life scenario you can consider what type of data should be float, what type of data should be, number. So like suppose instead of number we can give any age. Okay, so age should be number, right? Basically age is numbers, numerical value is a standard value, right? So but even age can be, float value if you are assigning some years and plus month. Okay, so it might be like that, but as a standard we are considering, number should be 1 2 3 4 5. So number is also type of data. So number means integer is also type of data. So okay, so integer might be numerical or whole number, but any real life example you can consider, like even if we are we are measuring something, if we are weighing something, so that might be also in float value. So but as a simple case I'm just taking the this height. So let's suppose 5.9, so it might be in feet. So let's comment this one. So in feet, so feet means 5 feet 9 inch, like that would be happen. Okay, so let's print it. Now after defining the variables, our next step is to just display the output. So just showing the output to this console. So just what we have to do, just we have to pass this variable inside this function. Okay, so let's rerun it. So you can see our output is this one. Okay, so this was the second thing. So already you know how we can create variables, how we can create integers variable, how we can create float value, right? So this is two way of creating the creating the variables and assigning the value. Okay, so you can consider anything. Okay, so according to your convenient or according to your needs. Okay, so let's meet in another video, and in another video we'll discuss how we can create a string. Okay, so that we are making everything in separate video. Okay, so that will be very easier to getting started and quickly go one by one. Okay, so this one. Okay, so let's close this one and meet in the another video. Okay.